The poor are everywhere in this world, from the plains of Africa to the cities in Australia. Within Australia, it is estimated that there are 2.5 million people, or 13.9% of the Australian population, living below the international poverty line. Among the homeless, it is estimated that 85% have mental health issues with little or no medical assistance and who remain undiagnosed and treated. But what is the solution? The solution is not found in the government, private companies, or individuals alone. No, it is found in a multifaceted approach, with all members of society seeking to assist the poor and mentally ill. But why must the poor be poor? The poor and the mentally ill struggle to maintain the same quality of life as the average individual. Social inclusion is an important concept that underlies many policies implemented to fight poverty, and these policies work together to promote opportunity, empowerment, and security. The exclusion of the poor and mentally ill from the common amenities and support services is why the poor will always be poor. But why must the poor be poor when there is a government to assist them? Mental illness is a huge problem in Australia. Almost 45%, or nearly half of Australians, will experience a mental illness in their lifetime. Furthermore, it has been estimated that 65% of people with mental illness do not access any treatment. Those of low socioeconomic status suffering mental illness have an increased financial burden. Current government health assistance programs like Medicare may only partially assist or not at all assist them in the treatment of their mental health issue. Over 1/3 of those suffering with mental illness had an income of less than $20,000 per year. Due to the financial struggles, 45% were unable to afford treatments for their conditions. Governments are not only required to make laws to maintain law and order, but it is also their responsibility to provide social welfare to its constituents. Government welfare must not only improve individuals' economic well-being, but it must assist in individuals suffering with physical and mental illness. The poor are poor because government welfare is insufficient. Changes must be made to increase the support for those suffering mental health issues who are unable to obtain the diagnosis and treatment they need. But why must the poor be poor when society can aid them? A survey found that 74% of the respondents suffering mental illness experienced stigma. People experience the effects of stigma in several areas of life, including within the community, school, workplace, and social media. The effects of stigma can result in the individuals being unable to obtain the same basic needs as the average citizen. The effect of discrimination is often as crippling as the act of discrimination itself. There are various organisations that work on the education of the populace. Furthermore, media campaigns have been developed to spread awareness. But the desire to help the mentally ill and the poor within our society must come from the desire from individuals themselves. So how can we make the poor rich? There must be a united effort by the government and the people. Yes, there is a change required at the policy level of government, a change that assists the poor and the mentally ill, a change that will ensure that they have the medical attention they need. But a change must come from somewhere deeper than the governmental decisions. A change must come from the heart of all people, a heart that seeks to understand and not judge or discriminate. There must be a universal desire to accept all mankind as a valuable member of society. Out of this desire, there will come a change that allows the mentally ill and the poor to feel included, needed, and accepted.